Hi guys! Today I went and picked up the second release of the Mickey Mouse Memories collection, and I'm going to show it to you and run you through what's in the February release. So first up we have the plush, which is going to again be in every single release. In the marketing material that Disney released for this set, I wasn't really sure about this plush. It looked a lot more orange in the actual photos that they released. But this is actually like a really nice golden colour. It's kind of like a suedette kind of material. It's really nice. It's really fluffy, it's really soft, but it's quite stiff. It's also got like an Art Deco kind of, I don't know if you can see, there we go, like an Art Deco kind of Mickey Mouse pattern on the pants and on the shoes, which is really nice. It's all stitched in and it's really lovely. It's got that super kind of Art Deco look to it. The one thing about this plush that is different from the first plush, apart from the obvious material difference, is the size. The first plush is actually a lot larger than the second plush. He's probably about 5 centimeters taller. I don't know if all of them are going to be smaller, and maybe the first one was just slightly larger, but I believe they were the same price. Yes, they were both £25 or 38 euros. So I'm just wondering if it's the type of material that it is, that it seems to be considerably smaller than the first, or if they will be smaller and the first was just supposed to be larger. So here's Mickey in his lovely golden glory. He's actually a very nice sort of butter gold, which is really pretty compared to the marketing material, like I said. So there's Mickey. The next thing in the release, as always, is a mug. So I'm going to open this up and show it to you. For those of you that don't know the difference between what limited release is, which is what these Mickey Mouse Memories collections are, the limited release, and what limited edition and open edition are, the difference is that with open edition, what Disney will do is, once they've run out of one type of, for example, pin, they will rerun the set with the same moulds in the factories. With limited edition, you will have them numbered, so you will know that you will have a limited edition of 600, for example. But with limited release, we don't know the final amount that Disney have manufactured. So it just means they're going to make a whole bunch of one thing. We don't know the final number, and the numbers of plushes to mugs to pins might not be exactly the same. They might have overstock of one and understock of another. But that's what limited release is. It just means that they're just doing one run, and once it's gone, it's gone. So here's the mug. As you can see, it's got that Mickey sort of Art Deco pattern. And this is like I suppose like a darker gold. Maybe I'd go as far as to say like a light copper colour. But you can see he's got the buttons on the front of the mug, just like the first one. I don't think this one has an inscription inside, no. So the first one had an inscription on the inside of the mug, but this is just plain. But again, these are stackable, so I'll be able to stack the first and second cups together in my cupboard. As you can see, they're quite close in colour. Obviously, fabric and painted colours are always going to be very different from each other, but they actually go really nicely together. And this pattern on the bottom half of the mug matches the pattern that is on Mickey's pants. I think it actually looks nicer on the mug than it does on the pants. But there's the mug. The last thing in my bag of tricks are the pins from this set. Again, I've purchased more than one set because one is going to go in my trade bag and one is going to be for me, for my collection. So I'm going to open both of them and I'm going to see how they are looking. So here is the front of the set. As you can see, it's themed again. The colours on the Mickey Mouse Memories collection have changed to like the gold and yellow. And I think this is also a different colour from what the first set was, but we can have a look when I get my book out. So let's see if there are any issues with these pins. One thing that I found really odd about this release was that in the first release, the UK and Europe got this set before the US did. I think the US got this set a day or two after the UK did. But this time around, the US got their set on the 17th and the UK got their set on the 18th, which is today. I just wish they were more consistent with the dates of their releases. I think that would make a lot more sense. So here's the first pin. This is obviously a Mickey Mouse. I really like this pin. I like that they all have this Art Deco Mickey head sort of style on the front. I think carrying that theme through the mug and through the pin set and through the plush is really, really nice. And then here is the back. Again, the same as the first set. It doesn't have that waffling on the back. It does have the Disney Store stamp and the normal pin trading stamp. This one actually has a stamped FAC on the bottom of the foot, which I don't think it had in the first set. I'll have to have a look, but I'm pretty sure they didn't have the FAC on the first set. The second pin is this MM, obviously it stands for Mickey Mouse pin, and again it has that lovely Art Deco Mickey head pattern on the front. I just think this is a particularly boring pin. I think the first set was really nicely themed. The second set, it's okay. They're nice large pins, which is a nice change because sometimes you find these pins can get quite small. But I think the theming is not as good as the first set. It's actually a lot nicer made than the first set. So here's the last pin. It's a lot nicer made. I mean, there is a little bit of pitting by Mickey's eye. I don't know if you can see it. But this set actually has a lot less problems by the looks of it than the first set did. And there's the back again, you've got the Disney Store logo, the trading logo and the stamped FAC. So I'm going to put these back on the card so I can put them into my collector's book. It's a nice pin set, it's okay. Pins are large. I like the theming, I like the idea of the Art Deco from the 1920s. I just think they could have done a little bit more with the design of the pins. But obviously there's going to be 12 sets, so I can't really say much for the design because there's going to be so many of them. Here's the second set. I'm not going to open these because looking through the plastic wrapper, they actually look absolutely fine. It's the same pins, but I'm going to keep this set because it doesn't have any pitting on the face, and I'm going to put the first set back in the plastic. So I'm just going to quickly open up my collector's book. I'm going to put this in and I'm going to show you what the first and second set look like together. Sorry, Mickey. Okay, so here's my collector's book with my lovely Mickey on the front. Weirdly enough, the US still don't have this. It is in stock in the UK, but the US haven't released this, and I'm not really sure why. Some friends have told me that the Disney Store have said that maybe they'll get it this month, but during the release there were none of these books, so I don't know when or even if the US are going to receive these. So open up the wallet. Oh dear. Design floor, again, it's actually really hard to put stuff in the bottom wallet when there's stuff in the top wallet, so I might actually have to take this one out first in order to get the bottom one in. So yeah, there's the first set and there's the second set. So it looks like you're going to get a Mickey with every single set. So you see the little Mickey over here, and then a profile Mickey here and here, and then just a randomly designed sort of other pin for the third pin. But I do like how they're changing the theming of the cards to match the different releases. I think that's a really, really nice idea. Right, let's see if I can. Oh dear. It's really is hard to get this in. Right. Okay. I think we're getting there. Oh dear, now all my pins are turning around. Right, that's in. Okay, that is in. That's actually really hard to get in though. Right, turn them around like that. There we go. Where's the lid? Oh no! I put the lid on the inside. There we go. Okay, that's the second set. Actually, I didn't need to take the first set out. It's just because this is the bottom of the top pocket is so rigid and there is barely any gap between the two that I just couldn't get it in. Let's have a look. So there's the first and second set together. I like the way it looks in this collector's book. I think this collector's book is going to look really nice once it's fully complete. I really do like it. I think it's lovely. Now, altogether, I have my receipt here. Altogether, the cost of each of the items were the plush was £25, the mug was £12.50, and the pin sets were £15. So they haven't changed any of the pricing. It's going to cost the same every single month now by the looks of it. There we go. So there's Mickey. There's the pin sets. And here is the plush and the mug and the final pin set. So you'll see me next month when I review the third release, which will be 1930s themed, and it looks very pop art. They've already released the media for the first 6, so we know that it's going to be bright, it's going to be colourful, it's going to be poppy. I'm really excited about that set.